Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another Grounded update video where today we are talking about Grounded's most recent release in their public test server for 9.0. Today we're going to be talking about all the features that are being added. So first off, we're going to be talking about the buildings. Ladders have been added, unlocked via their hedge burgle chip. Curved walls, floors, and railings. 3 curved grass walls, 2 curved grass floors, 3 curved stem walls, 2 curved grass stem floors, 2 curved railings, unlocked via the pond burgle chip. Creative with bugs has also been added. This is a new game mode that's been added to the game. New mode added creative with bugs, adding all of the buildings and crafting perks in creative mode, but with all of the bugs spawned in the yard, which are completely docile to you. So you cannot kill them, but they will not hurt you. Actually, you can kill them, but they will not attack you back. So now you could go on and go into creative and build your massive base and go and grind up all the different items that you want to have different things in the backyard with you. So that is really cool. Photo mode has been enhanced. Photo mode multiplayer support. All players enter and exit photo mode at the same time and the game pauses. Each player controls their actions, poses, and visibility. Each player controls their own camera locations and settings. So when you, say I was to open up camera mode and my good friend Blitz or my good friend Moggy is with me and we go and we're like, all right, let's take a photo together. They can actually change the way that they're taking the photo so we can get multiple angles of one thing at the same time, which is really cool. And then also 4 new poses, Modish Max, Wallowing Willow, Heroic Hoops, and Perilous Pete. This is their starting positions whenever you select them in the opening screen when you're going into multiplayer. It's cool that they've added these little poses in there. UI fixes, playthroughs in the save game UI are grouped and collapsed together, making it easier navigation of playthroughs with lots of saves across multiple playthroughs. Building recipes are now sorted by subcategories in the construction radial in the crafting menu. Added a take all option for processing buildings like the spinning wheel, which is absolutely fantastic for those of you who have been using a lot of spinning wheels like me. You have to go through one by one. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Music, new combat music when fighting weaker bugs, mites, spiderlings, and water fleas, which is cool because they had the spiders and now they have like the little annoying stuff, and then you have your standard fighting music, which is really cool. Changes and tuning. Combat. Attacks can now be canceled into the block at any point during an animation. So now if you are blocking, say you have a shield and you go to attack and you're right about to do it, but then you know something's going to attack, you can quickly block, which will allow you to be able to do perfect blocks even more. Attacks now consume stamina on startup rather than on the hit frame. And stink bugs have a new attack. So stink bugs have this leaping attack that I'll be showing you guys in more videos that are coming very soon. While we're here, guys, I'm going to invite all of you guys to make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, because only 1/3 of you guys who watch these videos actually hit the like button and or are subscribed to the channel. So I'd like to invite you guys to do that now. Also, going on, interface. Attack interaction display has been updated to match the interact UI changes from the last patch of consistency. World increased the draw distance of bases for hosts and our higher graphic qualities. Buildings, lure traps, and spike traps will now take damage as enemies use or interact with them. That's kind of a bummer because this gets rid of the ability to make ant traps now. Right outside of the ant base. It's going to make it so you can kind of just put these down and run away, but it's going to end up getting destroyed after a while from enough ants hitting it. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but I understand because anything having a limited durability in the game is kind of broken. Crafting. Beefy smoothie question mark can now be crafted at the smoothie station. So before you could only do the basic smoothie question mark, but now you can do beefy smoothie question mark, which is going to give you double the health back, which is really cool. Optimization. Improved render performance with games with lots of buildings. That's good because I'm building a huge base with all of my members right now. So if my top tier members, my 2 top tiers, all of them are able to join into my game with me over the next couple weeks and build their own base in my map in my game and actually join the stream beyond talking with me and everything like that. So I look forward to being able to game with more of you guys. Improve CPU performance with games with lots of buildings. Awesome. Improve rendering performance on Xbox One and Xbox One S. That is good because there's been a lot of people talking about lagging issues. Reduce the delay before opening the main UI window. Reduce the delay before opening the building radial. Reduce the delay before navigating to the Delta page or the data page. All right, bug fixes, all platforms. There are a ton of them, but I'm going to talk about the top community fixes and then slowly scroll down through these ones so you guys can read them as well. Save game should now properly display the mode in the multiplayer lobby. Building UI should, such as the container and spinning wheel interfaces, will be closed off if the building is relocated too far away while they are open. The crafting menu will not lag so much when switching between certain items. Foliage such as grass blades that is moved between patches will no longer duplicate itself. Promised Chip Sleuth Quest science rewards will now be correctly shown to clients. All right. World bugs, there's a couple here that I'm just going to highlight really fast. I'm just going to kind of fly through all of these really quick, guys. So if you guys want to, you guys can pause the video right now and read through all of these at your own pace, but I'm just going to fly through them really quick, and then I'll talk about what my favorite fixes are. Okay, world. Underwater capable buildings can no longer be built on bubbles. Floors can no longer be built entirely under the ground. Structures placed on the floor will inevitably invalid less often. The player can no longer zip off a zip line while zipping up it. Wall-mounted buildings can no longer be attached to dropped items. Structures can no longer be completed while the character or creature is inside of them. Buildings can now be placed in specific spots inside the oak tree where they were previously couldn't be. Throwing grass blades or weed stems in third person no longer has most of them thrown to the side. Items, equipment, and resources. Doors can now be built facing other doors. Weapon wall mounts and wall-mounted trophies can no longer fall through the world when collapsed. Harvested flower petals will no longer spawn inside the flower. Spiral stairs can no longer be placed underwater or inside blocking objects. Plank and log pallets will align to the terrain better during placement. Crow feathers no longer respawn when harvesting them. Walking away or returning back. Crow feather despawn after a while if not harvested. Stuff B now properly swings and save/load. Wall-mounted buildings are easier to place on stem walls and palisades. Axes and splat bursts no longer stick to the free cam when falling. Creatures and eggs will now hatch properly inside of inventory. So if it's inside of your inventory, this will hatch, and there will be an ant that's chasing you around. Creatures no longer walk through walls and not looking at them. All types of creatures will now correctly create ripples in the water. Photo mode. Depth of field now applies properly when entering photo mode. Photo mode can now be exited even if the HUD is toggled off. Blocking, aiming, and charging attacks now releases upon exiting photo mode without firing. Lighting in dark areas now properly applied in photo mode. UI. The interaction UI no longer displays when on a zip line. Characters are less likely to appear headless when finishing a conversation with Burgle or interacting with certain items. And as always, Omnit Practical Technologies confidential, which is obviously all of that secret stuff that we're all so very much excited about. But guys, there's been tons of updates in patch 9.0, and I hope all of you guys will go out and give this patch a try, get into the public test server and check it out. I know that this is only for Steam at the moment, but the rest of the public test server will be released very soon, so make sure you guys get out there and give it a try. I want to thank all of you for watching to the end of the video. If you guys did, tell me you watched to the end of the video, and I'll make sure I heart your comment and may even come back and say something very kind to you for doing that. So thank you guys all so much, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.